Good morning and happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody.
A lovely Friday morning. We've had our coffee. We're good to go.
Yeah, we are.
Oosh. Should we have the title?
Yes,
Let's do it.
please.
Two friends,
Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Vick.
one big gay chat,
From coming out
Staying out.
and everything in between. Long-term relationships,
Dating disasters.
quite possibly the most unreasonable icks.
the BGC podcast.
Mate,
Yes.
how are you? How's your week been?
I'm all right. I've got a couple of updates.
Okay.
Couple.
Yeah.
So you may remember a couple of weeks ago I said that I had a appointment to have a laparoscopy.
Yes.
Turned out that appointment was not the appointment I was expecting.
No.
But our listeners do not need to know what it actually was for.
No.
However, this morning I had a phone call from the hospital
Yeah.
and I have a definite date for a definite laparoscopy on the 28th of August.
Woo! Progress.
Yes.
Health is wealth.
Yes, it is.
Here for that.
Yeah, so just as a pre-warn now, obviously during time of me having said operation and recovery time, we may be a bit sporadic with episodes. So if you don't see an episode from us one week, don't worry, we're okay.
We are okay.
I mean, I would like to think that everyone would be like, oh my God, are they okay? Let's message them, see if they're okay. They probably won't because people don't like writing in. But just in case you want to, we're fine.
The shade. No, yeah. No, fairs, because you need to heal, my friend.
Yes, I
Concentrating on
will do.
healing.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But how has my week been?
Oh.
My week was fine until Saturday evening.
Oh. I feel a story time coming.
There's definitely a story time coming.
Oh, you look mad. I don't see you this angry often.
Yeah, I was fuming.
Okay.
And I was at work.
Uh-huh.
This was at work, and I'd had, my shifts are not short shifts. Like you can relate because you do like 12-hour shifts. I don't do that much. I do 10-hour shifts. But still, you can relate to, you get to the end of the shift and you're like, oh, thank fuck, that's almost over. And then obviously I've got to drive back to the store and then actually complete my shift. Anyway, so I've done all my deliveries. Had such a good day. Lovely customers, lovely dogs, lovely day.
Nice.
The weather was not too hot, but was not cold.
Lovely.
So I was happy
Yes.
until
Oh.
I pack up the van after my final drop. And I'm getting into the van and there's this random man walking down with his dog. And he takes a picture of the van. And I'm thinking, why is he taking a picture of the van? Anyway, I thought, oh, okay. So I drive off and I smile at him. I just like give him a nice little smile. And he just all of a sudden just shouts at me, you fucking scab. And I just went, what? And carried on driving.
Excuse me?
I was like, what the hell? And he just randomly, after taking a picture of the van, calling me a fucking scab.
What?
Now, I don't know if people have a problem with the company that I work for because I've also had other incidences where people shout stuff at the van.
Yeah.
There was that other time that I said,
Yeah.
like a royal fag or something. And I was like, is that homophobic? So I just thought that. But then where I was parked, there was like a smaller shop of the shop that I work for.
Right.
So I thought, well, I'm going to turn round and just pre-warn them that this man was randomly abusive to me for no fucking reason whatsoever. So I turn round, I drive into where the store is,
Yeah.
and I park up. Then I'm walking to said shop to warn security guard about this man, and all of a sudden I hear from a different man, oi, mister.
Oh.
First of all, I'm not a mister. I didn't say that to him because I was in shock.
Yeah.
I just went, I'm sorry, obviously can hear I'm a woman. No apology. Didn't you see that fucking woman sat there? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I didn't see that woman sat there. She was in her car or something waiting for this guy to come out. I just assumed she was parked there, right?
Yeah.
Because people like parking in stupid fucking places,
Preach, yeah.
right? And I was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't see her. And he went, oh, it's a good fucking job you ain't got a license then, haven't you? And I was like, well, I do have a license. But I just went, I'm sorry, I didn't see her. I apologise. Went into the store, spoke to the security guard about the absolute dickhead beforehand.
Yeah.
Come out and I see the woman. And I said, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there. I'd had other things on my mind and I didn't see. I apologise. And she was like, no, it's okay. Woman being nice.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Don't know what the old boy was doing in the other car. So I was just sat there. I said, once again, I'm really sorry. Walk towards the van. Dickhead that called me Mister is taking a picture of the van. So that's 2 pictures of the van in less than 10 minutes.
I need to see this van. Is it so photogenic that people
Well,
can't help themselves?
It must be. And he went, oh, I've taken a picture of your van. I went, good for you, and got in the van.
Yeah.
I was fuming. And I think the main thing that I was more fuming about was the fact that he didn't apologise when he called me Mister.
Yeah.
And then I got more thinking into it, and I thought, if he obviously thought I was a man. So he felt he could speak to me like that.
Mm.
But if I had long hair and looked like a woman, would he have still spoken to me like that?
Can I be honest? Probably.
Really? I don't think he would.
Really?
No.
I just think men like that would have called you out regardless.
Yeah, but
The fact that he didn't apologise for
Oh.
calling you Mister is so ignorant.
isn't it? It really pissed me off.
Yeah.
And bless, there was this other guy outside the store that heard all of this. And after the guy said, "Oh, I've taken a picture of your van," and I was like, "Good for you." And he went, this other guy went, "Just ignore him. There's so many Karens around here." And do you know what? It makes me not want to not to deliver in that area again,
Yeah, I bet.
because I'm just like, I had such a good day.
Yeah.
And I can let it slide when people, like I've said before, I turn up to someone's house and someone goes, "Oh, here he is." I can let that slide.
Mm.
But not when someone is being deliberately aggressive towards me and then not apologise.
Yeah. Very unnecessary.
Extremely unnecessary.
Seek therapy.
Yeah, 100%. But
Like-
that guy probably won't even hear this. But
No.
I was expecting, how you get these Karens, that take pictures and put it onto Facebook. I was expecting to see pictures of my van, and I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready to reply
Yeah.
and be like, "You fucking dickhead."
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my Saturday evening, and I was fuming.
Jesus.
Fuming.
Some people are so unnecessary.
Yeah, they really are.
So unnecessary. I'm sorry, mate.
Yeah, it really pissed me off.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it sort of makes me not want to go to work.
I hear you.
And I even said to my other half, I went, "I'm just going to grow my fucking hair." And she went, "Why?" And I went, "Because I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with people calling me Mister or Sir or he. I'm sick to the back teeth of it."
Mm.
And it's sort of the opposite of, people being mispronounced, but I am obviously a woman.
Yeah.
Obviously a woman.
Yeah.
They're just seeing the short hair
Mhm.
and the fact that I'm a delivery driver. Oh, it must be a man. No, it must not be a man.
Yeah.
Do I just assume that all nurses are female? No, I do not.
No.
I don't. Oh,
Oh.
oh, ho, 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 ho.
Oh.
Yeah, it really pissed me off.
Yeah, no, I can
Really pissed me off.
one see and
Yeah.
also imagine.
So yeah, I was not a happy bunny.
That's so mental, right? That's something so that guy, it didn't affect him in any way, shape or form.
Nope.
He didn't know that woman.
Nope.
He just got involved,
Yep.
got really uptight about something. That guy that called you a fucking scab,
Oh,
like for why?
I have no idea.
Right, so just for a bit of context, right? They're getting so uptight about those things.
Yeah.
Now, I work in an airport,
Yes, you do.
and of late, I'm sure you've all heard of the Microsoft issue
Oh,
that
yeah.
occurred. Um, it was a shift.
I can imagine, because you're like there, aren't you?
Yeah, very, very public facing, very
Yeah.
face of the airport kind of thing. And can I tell you, not one person called me a name, shouted at me, screamed at me, and their whole holiday was ruined. So people can control their emotions,
People can control their emotions.
and the fact that people are getting so aggressive on the street and getting away, like, what can you do? You can't police it.
No.
But what gets me is that ruined your day,
Yeah, it really did.
whereas that probably made him feel great.
Probably.
And I just think you're pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? Why do we have to be so? Like, if I'd have been sworn at, if I'd have been called a fucking scab, if I'd have been whatever, I could have completely understood it. Would it have been okay? No. We
Yeah.
know not to talk to people like
No.
that. But I would have understood it. You would match that action up with the situation that was happening.
Yes.
You going about your working day,
Yes.
the math's not mathing.
No. And the one thing that Rick, because obviously we have our own lives.
Mm.
We're not just Laura and Vic that does a podcast.
I beg
I
to
have
differ.
got a heck of a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah, you do.
So much going on, and it takes a lot for me to go to work.
Mm.
A heck of a lot. And I actually really enjoyed my shift. It was my, and I do like 3 very long days in a row, and it was my final long day.
Mm.
It was a good day, and then this dickhead just saying what he said, I literally went downhill Saturday night and Sunday, and I was on my own as well because my other half was was away working, and people, just be nice to
Yeah.
people because you don't know what people are going through.
Mm. 100.
You really don't know what people are going through. And I like to be like, I'd like to think that I'm quite a strong person, but sometimes it just takes one little extra thing and it could ruin someone.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all have that, the what's that saying? The straw that broke the donkey's back, camel's back.
Camel, yeah.
Fuck, I don't know
We
what
don't have
animal it
camels
is.
in this country. It can be a donkey.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's the straw that broke the elephant's back.
We don't have elephants in this country.
And like you say, like, you are a strong person and you are going through so much, and but you still carry on and you're doing it.
Mm.
And then just to have an interaction, it's so unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's not like you fucking barged someone off the road and
No.
called him a wanker and all this.
Yeah.
You were just parking in the smaller version of the store you work in.
Yeah.
But all he knows, that's absolutely a legit I mean, it was a legit visit anyway.
Yes.
But that's part of your role.
But
would anyway.
But the funny thing is, the woman who I apparently sped past was fine with it. She didn't have an issue.
No.
She was a little bit uppity to begin with.
Yeah.
But then obviously I apologised and she was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
But he just continued. Oh, let's continue just to rough you up.
Yeah.
Rough you up and take a picture of your van, and I was driving back to the store, and I'm not ashamed to say that I was in tears because I was just so, I think it was more not upset tears, angry fucking tears, because the first guy that called me a fucking scab, he's just a fucking nutcase. I don't give a shit about him.
Yeah.
But the guy that purposely was aggressive towards me and called me mister really ruined a good day.
I think because as well with the anger thing, you were in uniform. I mean, not that you are an aggressive person anyway.
Yeah.
But you were in uniform representing the company you
100%.
work for. You can't be like, what'd you say, cunt? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Do you want to come and say it with chest in my face?
Yeah.
You can't be like that.
No.
You have to be like, oh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah. And that just shows your professionalism, but it is annoying.
Yeah.
That comes with the fact that you wear a uniform and you have
Yeah.
a label. It just, the professionalism, unfortunately, you then, when that happens, you have to put your feelings aside almost.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I shouldn't have to, because
No.
people shouldn't be talking to me like that.
No, I did go back to the store and I did explain everything to my manager, and he was like, people are dickheads. You will get this. He just said, don't worry. It's all okay. You're fine. But then I thought, I used to deliver for,
Why?
yeah, I know, difficult for me to say. I used to deliver for a different store during COVID. 4 years ago, the sun was shining out of my arse. People loved me. People were so praised for what I was doing, and oh, you're helping feed the nation. You're helping to keep us, like, the elderly, keep them fed and stuff like that. Now they don't give a fucking shit.
Well, if you also, on the other side of that, you were working constantly through COVID and people were thanking you, like you've just said. The NHS, we were all out on a Thursday evening fucking clapping. Now, oh, the NHS are a bunch of dickheads.
Yeah.
Wait times this, wait times that. Yeah. Yeah. They're still doing what they did in COVID.
Yeah.
But now people are allowed to go in.
Yeah.
People want to go in because they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I've got a scratch on my arm. Get some time off work.
Oh,
Sorry.
I got a paper cut.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be, people go to A&E for the most ridiculous things. Ambulances are called for the most ridiculous thing. Call 111.
Yeah.
Unless you're having what you think's a heart attack or something very serious, and I'm talking serious, like life and death. If you think I'm going to die,
Yeah.
then okay, call 999. Otherwise, 111 it.
Yeah.
Get some advice before you start abusing this resource that we have, and then wonder why the fuck it's on its arse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it doesn't get any money. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Like the time changes things so much naturally, but people forget.
Yeah. People are so fucking fickle.
Oh,
So fickle.
yes.
They just quickly, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just expect it all then and there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to refer back to my day at work the other day with this whole technical issue. We didn't know what it was. We lost quite a few systems, and it's going to sound bad, but when it first started kicking off, I was like, oh, it's going to go well quick. It's going to make my shift fly by. Hopefully it's wrapped up in a couple of hours, cheeky little break. No, it started at just before 6, and it was still going when I left my shift at about 6:10.
Wow.
I'm usually out the door at 5:30. Like,
Wow.
it was mental. And, you know, I think with some situations, what makes it more frustrating is a lack of communication. Right? I think that's where most of the frustration was. And some people, again, kudos to the passengers. They were great. You know, they weren't screamy, they weren't shouty. Obviously, by the, mid-afternoon going into the evening, they were getting antsy.
Yeah,
obviously.
which, to be fair, is understandable.
Absolutely.
But
and
as long as they're not aggressive towards you.
People were pushing in. That was an issue. There were queues everywhere, and people were pushing in. And I came across one family that were queuing for an airline, and like something was happening, something by a barrier that was put up, and I was like, what's going on? And he was like, I just want to get in with my family. He was like, but there's nowhere to move. I was like, unfortunately there won't be. That it's moving slowly. I was like, but I'm sure once the queue does start moving, people are going to let you in to be with your family. Like, they're not going to be difficult about it, right? And I looked around, like the people that were surrounding them, and they were all sort of looking at me like, this dickhead. And I was like, have I missed something here? And then I was like, right, we're going to let him be with his family. And then one woman behind me went, well, we would if you didn't push in. And I was like, oh. And he went, should I bring my family out? I went, yeah, I think that's a good idea, don't you? And like, the thing is, you can't police that.
No.
And, people around them weren't kicking off or whatever. But then I had one guy where there was a big crowd by the toilets, just because everyone was queuing wherever, and he was like, I can't get to the toilet. And I was like, have you said excuse me? He was like, no. And that was my fault. It was little things like that.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know how to help you.
No.
Like, how do you just stand there and wait for someone to move out of your way?
Yeah.
Like, you just say, sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. I was like, oh, I don't know how to help you then, because there's people everywhere.
Yeah.
And he went, can you ask them to move? I was like, where? Move them where?
Well, yeah.
I was like, no, sorry, I can't do that.
Pretty sure you could just like sneak through.
Yeah, like some things that people getting irate about. I say irate, a bit rude about. I was like, are you looking around? It's like it's chaos in here. Like everyone's just trying to do what they can, and we're trying to keep everyone safe. Like one guy was having a pop about, he was like, I'm not moving. And I was like, okay, but don't encourage other people to stand with you. I was like, because I know you're annoyed and I know you want an update, but you're actually in a fire exit. I was like, and with this amount of people in here, we have to try and keep them clear. I was like, I understand you're frustrated, but my priority is everyone else's safety. You winding people up and encouraging them to stand with you to get whatever it is you need is making everyone unsafe. I was like, and I can't have it. So you can stand there all you like, one person, fine. A whole crowd of people, no. We're not doing that. Because that was our main focus, was everyone's safety. And I think what also made it a bit easier was it was worldwide.
Yeah, so everyone was in the same situation.
Yeah, so it wasn't like it wasn't like you could just blame one airline or you could just blame the airport, or it was worldwide.
Yeah.
And again, I was absolutely exhausted end of that shift. Like I couldn't speak. Like my manager was like, "Thanks for today, guys. See you later." I went to say cheers, and I was like, "Cheese."
Cheese.
Couldn't like one woman. I couldn't find the word for pillar.
Right.
I went, "Oh, it's just by that the thing that holds the building, that round column." And she went, "Pillar?" I went, "Yeah, that thing. There's a phone there." Like I just couldn't speak, mentally exhausted. And the thing is, we weren't even saying much.
No.
It was a really sorry, I don't have an update for you. As soon as we do, it will be given out. It's just a waiting game. And I think with the lack of communication, like that communication wasn't coming readily enough, which is fair enough. You've been waiting. Let's say I had one family, bless them, young couple with an 8-month-old.
Oh God.
And they'd been waiting since like 4 a.m. They were a little early for their flight. So then they were like, oh, well, we'll just, hang around. And then all of this kicked off. So they were like, okay. And I think it got to about 1 p.m. And they were just like, I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, right.
God,
And I
bless
think
them.
if you'd have someone walking around constantly going, we haven't got any update yet for you folks, but water is coming round. As soon as we've got an update for you, this, that. But no, that just wasn't happening. And we tried so much, but again, there were just people everywhere.
Was
And
this on the hottest day of the year so
yeah,
far as well?
it was so
Jeez.
hot. And there were things like I got a call about a potential fire shout airside, and like so the airport inside was still running because other airlines were fine.
Yeah.
But then you have to then go.
So was it only particular airlines that were affected? It wasn't like the whole of the airport.
No, luckily. So I got told if we used an older system, or if we were on a different system, one that we were going to have or something, we would have been in the same boat. So I wouldn't have been able to get any radio comms.
Oh wow.
Because their communications within Central wouldn't have. So what we would have done,
God knows.
I've got no idea.
No, it's good job you don't know.
Yeah. I don't really want to think about it. But the whole thing just made me like really think about like us as humans, really, like what gets us annoyed, how different people react, also different cultures, like because they'll react differently to things as
Yeah.
well. And it was a really interesting day
Yeah.
on a behavioural human side of it. Nuts.
I think like you going back to like with the way that humans and we all react. When you think about having a good drink there of your coffee there, Vic, yeah, need a little pick me up after that conversation.
Yeah, just brought it all back. I got exhausted all over again.
I think we are as a race, humans of all ethnicities, all genders, all just everything. People individually are too quick to react negatively. Too quickly to feel anger towards something, then rather take a step back, think about the situation, and be like, right, it's not a good thing, but I don't need to get angry about it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to waste your life being angry.
Yeah. I think it's the rational and the logical part of the brain really disappears when something doesn't go your way. And as adults, we have an understanding that not everything is going to go our way.
Yes.
But when it doesn't, we still don't like it.
No.
We still don't react well. And, obviously there are people, we're not talking for everyone. There are people out there that go, frustrating.
I wish I was
Should
one
we go
of
and
those.
make a plan B?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like sometimes getting angry is not going to change a thing.
No.
So what is the point?
And I think also a big factor in it is your insurance. This is my time to just remind you all to get some really decent travel insurance, just in case. Do you know what I mean? Whereas some people don't get holiday insurance, we're probably fucking livid, understandably so.
Yeah, but then it's their own fault for not getting decent
you see what I'm
travel
saying?
insurance. Were you one of those people that didn't get decent travel insurance? Have you ever been one of those people? I have probably been one of those persons that has tried to get the cheapest travel insurance.
For sure. I'm like, well, at least I've sang. Do you know what I mean?
But you never think anything will happen to you, do you?
I work in an airport. I see it happen all the time. And I'm like, nah.
£10 for the year? Perfect.
Absolutely. Oh, that reminds me. I'm booking my tickets for Sweden.
Sweden?
Gonna go visit the fam.
Nice. Whereabouts in Sweden?
Well, they did live somewhere.
Cool.
For the last
so many years.
18 years or something.
Yeah.
And then they've recently moved closer to a place called Täby. Very Swedish.
Täby.
Yeah, Täby.
Sounds like somewhere like near like Liverpool.
Yeah.
Täby.
Yeah, yeah.
Really
good shopping in Täby.
Is it?
Really good shopping.
Oh, nice. How long are you going there for?
Just for a week.
Just for a week.
Yeah. Just thought I really enjoyed my trip away last time. I was meant to go with my mum, but she wasn't very well.
Oh. Is she going with you this time?
No, I'm going by myself.
Because
Because I had a really nice time.
On
And
your
I was
own?
like, this is actually my time to recharge.
Yeah.
Because they're not the type of family where like, let's do something every day. Like they go about their normal day.
Yeah.
They go to work. My cousins go to, well, Ollie's working now. He's not in college or anything yet. And Michaela goes to school.
Yeah.
Like secondary school. She actually might be in college this year. So yeah, and they just go about their lives, and I just like slot in, and we'll have dinner together, and then we had like the weekend we'll do something. So I go Wednesday to Wednesday, and then
that's really nice. Like I like it when there's no like forced fun.
I
hate forced fun.
Yeah, yeah. So where they used to live, it was like there were other houses, obviously, but lots of woodland, greenery, walking places.
And you do like a walk?
She loves a walk. Did so much walking. And like the garden, they had like a pool with like a deck area. It was just really nice to have like a morning coffee.
Yeah.
When I was there last time, they actually wanted to see the outside of this house, and I remember thinking, not very rural. Just a bit built up actually. Not many a tree. Well, obviously there are trees everywhere in Sweden, but there weren't that many. And I thought, I'm gonna have to find another walking route.
Yeah.
Might have to just walk around the garden. I don't even know what the garden looks like. No pool, that's for sure. Very disappointed. Bit upset.
I don't have a pool.
No,
Is it warm enough for a pool in Sweden?
absolute. I've come away with a cracking tan from Sweden before.
But it's like up.
Yeah, but if you go in June, July, beautiful. 25 before now.
I mean, is that guaranteed? Probably
No,
not. I mean, look at the summer we're bloody having.
I went one year for sure.
So this is summer, apparently.
Yeah, I went one year with an ex and my nan, and it was meant to be like their winter, so like
Right.
snow stuff. And it got
Yeah.
a few days before, my uncle was like, no snow forecast, just pack like, sweaters, jumpers, but no like, snow gear or anything like that. Not that we obviously have snow gear because we
Well,
live
no.
in Britain.
Yeah.
But so we were all like, okay, yeah, cool, no dramas. And got up one morning. I don't want to be over dramatic, but there was approximately about 3 foot of snow on the floor.
And that wasn't.
It just came out of nowhere.
Wow.
Did the country fall to pieces?
No,
No,
of course it
because it's
didn't.
Sweden. But I was a bit like, ha.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you go skiing?
No. My uncle did try to teach me to snowboard.
Ooh.
Yeah. I did do it a little bit. So, but I would love to like snowboard.
Yeah.
So I think when I go in September, I'm gonna plant the seed.
Ah, okay.
Because obviously I don't have to pay for a hotel.
No.
Like obviously I give them money for like food and stuff.
And
I'm
then-
gonna take him a load of because they don't have like he loves dairy milk, Hellman's mayonnaise,
Aw.
Lemsip lemon, which they don't have over in Sweden.
Oh.
So
Make sure you take the lemon sip.
well, I bring him the English stuff and then I take home the Swedish stuff. So Swedish chocolate I really like.
Yeah.
Swedish cheese. I will eat a whole. Buy me a block
Do they?
when I go.
Oh.
It's so fucking good. I'll have it breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
It could be soup, and I'd be like, cheese, little graty grate, bowl of fruit, cheese.
Oh,
No.
oh,
Um,
actually, cheese and grapes.
Oh yes, very, very good. But I don't know what it is. Their cheese is so good.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had Swedish cheese.
I'm gonna sort you out.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna sort you out. It's sublime.
I'll have some Swedish cheese and crackers when you get back.
Oh, it's so good.
With
Just
some
hot.
Swedish wine.
The wine's actually not bad.
Mm.
Although my uncle's a rum drinker, so we usually do. He made some dark and stormies the last time I went over. Bit fucking strong mind, but she weren't going anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took me. It was so funny. He was like, "Oh, should we go and watch the rugby?" The rugby was on when I went.
Yeah.
I was like, "Absolutely." He was like, "Oh, we'll go into Stockholm and watch it." I was like, "Oh, gotta go to a Swedish pub." Took me to an Irish bar. Took me to an Irish bar to watch the rugby. I was like, "Do you know what? I'm here for it." Got a bit drunk. Went home. Went on the way home. Went into a kebab shop. So I'm thinking standard kebab. No, it's a sit down meal. Sit down kebab.
Ooh.
It was so fancy.
Yeah.
Both threw up that night.
Do you know what? You talking about Irish bars? There is a lot of Irish bars abroad.
Yeah.
Like it seems to be like the most popular sort of bar. So, any listeners that we have from Ireland, are your bars as good or the same as the Irish bars abroad?
Have you never been to Ireland?
No. Are
You
they
should
pretty
go.
much the same?
I mean, I was only there for one weekend, a long weekend, and we went to the standard, Temple Bar or Temple Inn, whatever it's called. The like really touristy bit.
Right.
But on the way there, you could hear like live, like folk, like Irish music and
Yeah.
stuff, and they were really busy bars.
Oh.
But I'm sure a bit like we went to Dublin. I'm sure a bit further out, you would have the more authentic Irish bar.
Oh.
But I don't. I think they call it an Irish bar because there's beer and maybe Guinness, and they've put some Irish
So
stuff.
Irish people, you're all alcoholics. The whole world thinks you're alcoholics because
Yeah.
you have bars named after you.
Yeah. But I mean, Irish bars are vibes. That's why.
Yeah.
Like we went to one.
Like with the plinky plonk music. The plinky plonk rinky tink. With the tappy tap.
You're very good. we went to one and there was an Irish band playing, and it was
Yeah.
an absolute vibe. Like, I was severely hungover, so I don't really think I appreciated how good it was.
Yeah.
But we should go. Little cheeky trip to Dublin.
Yeah, Dublin.
Yeah. Spenny though.
Yeah, I can imagine, but I've heard it's beautiful.
Yes.
So I don't mind spending a lot of money to go somewhere that's actually worth it.
Yeah, it is very nice. People were really friendly.
Yeah.
We went to a place, what was it called? Maggie Malone's or
Molly Malone's?
no. Maggie Doctor, don't know. Anyway, went somewhere potentially beginning with M. I feel like it had dark in it, so maybe not. Don't know. Anyway,
Let's call it Paddy's.
I think there was a place called Paddy's actually.
Probably was.
But we went there for some really nice food, obviously beer. I did have a couple of Guinnesses. I'm not a massive fan, but each day I did have at least a half.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not? And like the guys in there were so nice. They were like, "Oh, you're here visiting?" We were like, "Wow, that's obvious. We must obviously be tourists," and that's kind of an ick. And he was like, "Oh yeah," and he got a bit of paper and was like writing down things, and we were like, "We want like authentic Irish bars," and he was like, "Oh yeah, this place, like really nice." Taxi driver's
cool.
really nice.
Oh, it's nice when you get nice people when you're a foreigner in their country.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Very
We
good.
went off on a little tangent there, but I like it because it was a very intense beginning part of the episode.
Yeah.
Nice little tangent. I mean, I haven't asked you how your week's been.
I mean, I kind of spoke about my
Yeah.
work week. You feel free to cut some of that back because I don't actually know some of the points I was trying to make there. I think I just got triggered by the whole thing. But yeah, no, my week has been fine, mate. Thank you. Just work has been extremely busy. Start of the summer holidays on Friday.
Oh, of course.
So that also was why it was so busy.
But that makes my job less busy.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
You have fun with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what I've dealt with a lot recently at work, actually. And I really do, this kind of upsets me.
Oh.
Well, not upsets me. It irks me.
So this isn't an ick, it's an irk.
No, it's an irk.
It's time for Vick's Erks.
Yeah, people urinating where they shouldn't. People urinating not inside a toilet.
Oh.
And
Men?
obviously, well, no, that's not obvious, but
It's easier, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, I hear you.
Yeah.
One guy, just took a piss in the reclaim hole.
What?
Just took a piss.
Not even outside?
No, the toilet was right next to him.
He just
pissed in the building, not in a cubby hole. Wasn't round a little thing. Not that that would make it okay,
no.
but he didn't even try to hide himself. Just whacked it out and took a piss. And then wondered why he was in trouble. It's like, that's a public order, mate. Like, if you were to do that outside and the police would catch you,
Yeah.
you would be in trouble.
Yeah.
You've done it inside
Yeah.
an international building,
Mhm.
an international airport,
Well, there's
with families and
loads of
children
people.
around.
Yeah.
Of course you're in trouble. Of course you are. Another guy, encouraging his son to piss behind a toilet. I said, the toilet is there. He went, yeah. I was like, what do you mean, yeah? And he went, yeah, my son, he can piss where he wants. I was like, but he actually can't.
No.
Because again, if he does that in front of the police, you're getting in trouble, not him. I was like, and then he's going to grow up thinking he can piss on the street. Like,
Yeah.
can't argue with stupid.
Don't. Yeah.
So dumb.
Just because they got a little toddler that they can just whip out and piss anywhere.
Honestly.
Speaking of which,
Oh,
guess what I ordered the other day? Shewee.
did you?
Yeah.
Have you used one before?
No.
Very difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Very difficult.
I can just imagine it turning up. Obviously, I'm gonna have to try it out. Ain't
Obviously.
So I'm gonna have to pee in the toilet upstairs by
Did you
standing
buy
up.
it for work?
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Yeah. Obviously, I don't want people thinking I go around pissing outside all the time.
Because we've just spoken about how much it irks me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But no, there's sometimes, obviously, being a delivery driver, I'm out for like 4 or 5 hours at a time,
Yeah.
and there might not be a public loo anywhere, and there might be a load of bushes. I can't just whip out a todger and
No.
go for a piss.
No.
So I have to hold it, which is not healthy,
No. Especially with
especially with situations and stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, I bought a Shewee.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try it out when it
Yeah.
comes.
Do
You watch my other half
practice.
come home, be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm just pissing standing up, babe.
Yeah. Do practice.
Yeah.
Don't just wing it the first time like I did.
Wet leg.
Well, it wasn't so much that. So I was absolutely it was Brighton Pride one year.
Right.
Absolutely dying for a wee, and obviously the Shewee queue was dead, and I was like, I'm gonna have to. I've broken the seal. I have to go.
Yeah.
So they hand you a
Hang on, they have a Shewee queue.
yeah. I don't know if they still. This was in the park in Preston Park.
What, were they just hand out Shewees?
And then they have what I can only describe as a trough that you stand in front of.
Yeah.
And but there's like cubicles that are just curtain or like shower curtain
Yeah.
in between. But people are like looking round. I was like, are you looking for inspiration? Trying to take notes? Or are you being a perv? Like,
I mean, I'd be intrigued. I'd be like, right, how's she using that?
yeah, because I went in with my best friend.
Hmm.
And did we go in the same cubicle? Oh, we might have gone cubicle, the very loose term section we'll go with. And she was like, Vic. I was like, yes, mate. She was like, you doing it? I was like, no. People keep peering round. I'm nervous. I can't do it. Stage fright. She was like, it's not bad. I could just imagine her going, wee.
Writing her name in the
Yeah,
trough.
yeah. I just couldn't do it. And I let out a little bit and I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Fiona was like, you're going to have to. And I mean, I eventually did. We were in there a good 15 minutes, though.
Yeah.
She had to be like, come on, you've got this. Giving me words of
Do it,
encouragement.
girl.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll bring my Shewee with me when we come to Pride then.
Yes, absolutely. Brighton Pride, 2 weeks away.
Is it really only 2 weeks?
Wait, yeah, just under.
Ooh.
Very exciting. Who's going? Pride Village party. Big up, big up.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, we will.
We will be there.
Absolutely. Never miss it. Gay Christmas.
Oh yeah.
It's my favourite one. She says, I've only ever been to like 4. I want to go to Manchester.
If you've never been
Pride.
to, oh, I've never been to Manchester Pride, but I've been to Canal Street in Manchester. It's really fun.
Was it?
Yeah, they've got a bar there very similar to Bar Broadway that's in Brighton.
Which
It's
you
really
love.
good. Yeah.
Another trip we should go on.
Yeah, why not?
Fuck it.
Why not?
Fuck it.
Yeah. We have been rambling, and we've
much.
gone on so many. We've learned about ignorant people at work. We've learned about Microsoft Downs. We've learned about Erks at work. We've learned about Shewees. I think it's time for a Vic Sick, don't you?
I think we should try and wrap this up somewhere, yeah.
It's time for Vic's Icks.
Okay, here's one. This actually got sent in to us, obviously.
Yeah.
And it says, my ick is people who don't take their shoes off when entering their own or someone else's home. And I will agree.
Yeah.
I will agree. However, I agree to a certain extent. I think if I'm going into someone's home, I always take my shoes off.
Yes.
Even if I've been to that house before and they've said to me, don't take your shoes off.
Right.
I'll be like, let me take them off.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I've stood in.
Fair.
Do you know what I mean? And also, it's just, I was just brought up with
To
take your shoes off.
Yeah.
Okay. However, my little place, little studio, I'm rushing about 95% of the time. And I will I'll put my shoes on and then forget to do 3 things. And I'll be like, oh, fuck it. Go round.
Yeah, I'm very much the same. So I do when I do come home from work, I do take off my shoes because I just like to get my big steel toe cap boots off.
For sure.
But in the mornings when I'm rushing to get ready, I put my shoes on and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't go for a wee.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs with my shoes on and stuff.
Yeah.
But the one thing that would bother me if someone did take their shoes off is if they had smelly feet.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'd be like, please put your shoes back on.
Now, as someone who is on their feet 12 hours of the day, My feet don't actually smell.
Do they not?
However, no, she's clean.
I was going to say, I've never smelt your feet.
No, because clean.
Yeah.
Because I shower at least once in the summer, twice, sometimes 3 times. Depends on how hot the day's been.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? However, some days, I think it also depends on the type of shoe you wear. They can smell. People get smelly feet from time to time. It depends, right? If my foot was to smell, I'd have to give a disclaimer. And a bit, so my feet stink. Do you want my shoes off?
Yeah.
Like, I've been working all day. It's obviously usually when I've been at work. Hasn't happened with these new shoes actually I say new. The newest version of my work shoe.
Oh, good.
Because they were expensive.
Yeah,
She splashed the
quality.
cash on those. Yeah, so I would say my feet stink. Are you still good for me to take these off? Can I go and wash my feet? Like, I have been working all day. I did say June's been working all day.
Usual bathroom.
And it has been 45 degrees outside.
Well,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, you've got to gauge it.
Yeah, I do tend to agree with that ick. Like,
I think it's just also a manners thing.
it is a manners thing.
Like,
yeah.
people that don't have like, they just, like, example.
Ooh.
So I went on a date ages ago now, and the girl came back to mine, and she knew I was a vapor. I knew she was a vapor, but she automatically started vaping in my flat.
Oh no, you ask.
Now, yeah, and even if I know the person's a smoker, like, even like my mum smokes.
Yeah.
If I'm in the car, she recently got a new car, and she, when I was down visiting, she dropped me off to my friend's baptism, so I could drink. What a G. But because it was a new car, I said, Mum, am I all right to vape in here? And even though my mum actually vapes now, she was like, yeah, of course you are. But I will always check.
Yeah.
Like, because she might be, it's a new car, she might be like, oh no, we're not having any vaping in there. Maybe she didn't want to vape while she was driving.
Yeah.
There are always different, and if I haven't been with someone in a car for a while, I always say, am I right to vape? It's different if it's your own car, depending on, like, I'll always ask your other half, if I'm dropping her somewhere, do you mind if I...
Really?
She always says no, so I don't actually think I've asked her the last 2 times. But, because she's always like, no, go for it.
Yeah.
But I will try, like, if I know they're not a smoker or anything like that, I'll say.
Yeah, it's just courtesy, isn't it?
Yeah, but this bird just came in.
Just started vaping.
Yeah, well, we'd been there maybe about 10 minutes, poured us a drink, having a chat, and she was just like, I was like, I hadn't even vaped. So it wasn't like,
You want as if she was following suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah, that's rude.
Yeah, innit? I thought,
Yeah.
you didn't even ask.
No, that's rude.
Innit?
Yeah, I don't like rude people.
No, I mean, that probably should have been a sign, but we move.
Huh? What?
The rudeness should have been a sign.
Sign for what?
To not have gone on other dates with her.
What, did you go on other dates with her?
Oh, mate, yeah. For about 3 months.
Oh, yeah, you totally ignored that red flag, didn't you?
Yeah, along with many others. Standard lesbian.
And we end there. We'll save that one for next time.
Oh, yeah, I've got some stories if you want to.
Yeah?
Oh, I'll save them for the next one.
Yeah, let's do it on the next one.
She likes to pick them. Go me.
You sure do. Anyway, I think that's wraps it up. We have been going for about almost an hour.
Wow. I mean, again, you can cut most of the shit I was talking about.
But you know what? The last episode was only 25 minutes.
Yeah, but still,
like...
that was just me rambling on. I don't even think some of my points matched up.
No, they probably won't.
Straight off a night shift with 3 hours sleep. But yeah.
3 hours sleep in the night shift?
No.
Why are we carrying on this conversation? Yeah, right. Let's get into wrapping up mode. Wrapping up mode. So you can follow the BGC podcast on all social media platforms. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and X.
We also have an email address. Don't know if you know it. I do. You can email us at thebgcpod@gmail.com.
Yes, you can. We would like to hear your stories, your icks, your confessions. We still had no confessions. Guys, you're a safe space. If you want to give us a confession, we don't have to name you.
Yeah, we don't have to name you.
Yes, we're still waiting for those. But until next Friday,
Until next Friday.
bright and early,
Bright and early.
I've been Laura,
I've been Vic.
and we will see you soon.
Be seeing you.